This video review is being brought to you by PrimeToys.net. PrimeToys.net, where you can get your collector grade toys for not the collector grade prices. PrimeToys.net. And I'm a reviewer, so let the reviews be joined. Hey guys, your friend Dynabite here once again with another video review. As you can see, we're going to look at Transformers Combiner Wars Leader Class Thundercracker. Great mold with this guy. I really like this. I picked this up from PrimeToys.net at a great price, and I will have a link below where you can pick yours up from there as well. He recently has come out, as you can see from this guy. He's basically a remold, repaint of the leader Jetfire, which I'm going to show off here in just a minute. We're going to compare the two, but as you can see, he is his normal blue color. If you watch or read the IDW books, you see that this basically design and stuff is what he has, the body he has basically in the IDW comics, and more meets the eye and that right now. One thing I would like to see for this guy off of that is I would love to see a little puppy dog of some kind be brought out where maybe I don't want to say he's small enough or something like that, but one small enough where you can basically fit him in the cockpit, for him or whatnot. But because in the comics he does have a little dog with him, so or even also could probably even a little book like a screenplay, because he writes screenplays in the comics. He's no longer basically a Decepticon anymore. He's not an Autobot. He's not really doing anything but sitting on Earth and writing screenplays and watching TV, basically being a normal Hollywood type person right now. But before we get any further, let's do a quick comparison here. Here is, of course, this is Leader Leader Thundercracker, and here's Jetfire. As you can see, it is basically the exact same mold. The only real major differences, as you can tell, of course, are the wings. Of course, you got Jetfires with the basically Tomcat type wings, the long, flat, thin wings, and you got Thundercracker with these I believe that he's supposed to be an F-14 Hornet or something like that type wings here, but still not too bad. I mean, I really like the way they did the wings for this guy. I mean, it does look really good. Unlike Jetfire's, Jetfire's wings can, they can slide back, basically like a Tomcat does. Thundercracker's doesn't. So that's one thing about it. You flip it over on both of them, you basically have the exact same deal going for them. Like I said, it's the exact same mold. No real difference at all between them, aside from the wings and the color scheme and that, and of course the head sculpt for Thundercracker. And of course you got the little cockpit here, basically, bringing them in closer. You got the clear blue with the Autobot insignia there, where you basically got like Thundercracker's nose cockpit there as well. It's pretty cool. I mean, I do like it. You can, with this, there is a couple of things you can do with them. As you can see, also the paint. Before we get into that, let me get into the paint. Of course, you got the blue for them. You got the silver paint. You got the goldish, yellowish color for the cockpit. You got the purple, of course, for the insignia. You got the red on the wings, and you got the black paint and silver for the decals and stuff. But all in all, it's basically his color scheme is gold or silver, a little bit of yellow here as well, silver, blue, and black. Basically and a little red, but that's basically his color scheme. Before we get into that, I actually want to keep Jetfire in the picture here for just a moment, because we're going to compare. Which Jetfire lost his landing gear. One other difference here. If you see here in the front, like on Jetfire, you have the exhaust or intakes or whatever right here, how big they are. You also have the guns are painted real well on Jetfire here, where if you look at Thundercracker, he has the guns, they're not really painted out. A little silver, maybe a little silver Sharpie, probably would bring that out more if you wanted to do that. But the intakes here are smaller, of course, because the Hornet's different from the Tomcat basically. But still, that's another little difference between them. But now we're going to take a look at his Thundercracker accessories. And again, as I said, they are the same as Scott Jetfire's here. Here's his main gun, of course, with his missile. You know, it's painted black. It's got the silver missile. Where Jetfire's is red with a black. You know, it's identical. I mean, there's nothing different other than the paint scheme. Nothing. No real difference between them. We'll set that aside. He also has two of these, which these are the same little weaponry that you would basically put on his legs. Jetfire has the, give me just a second, let me reach down and grab mine. I should have them closer. Basically have the same ones on Jetfire, just red, and these are black. No real difference between them. We'll set, of course, set his aside as well. And next we're going to bring in the next ones, which is the smaller guns, the ones that basically go onto his forearms or whatnot. And they'll also go here in jet mode and look pretty good here, which I'll show again here in a moment. You have, you know, identical to Jetfire's. Now here comes the, of course you have two of each of these. Here comes the main difference between them. Jetfire, we know, has this. He has this booster jetpack. Thundercracker doesn't have one. He did come with these extra, basically cannons or basically null rays, like is the better term for them, because these are basically what very G1 reminiscent of the ones he would have in, you know, robot form, which are pretty cool. But before it's really cool, good because you can put these on several ways. All these weapons can be. Let me slide Jetfire that out here all the way for just a moment. And what you do is you basically flip Jetfire, or excuse me, Thundercracker here over. You can take these. These are the ones that I spoke about that fit right here on his legs. You got the little peg hole here, and you got the hole here that'll go right over that wheel, and it just slides right in, just like on Jetfire, which I'm catching on the floor. There we go. And we'll do it on this side too. Same exact same thing. Slides right in, not a problem. Now these and these can do a couple of things here. The wings here on the bottom of them, you see here, it's got two peg holes on each side. Got them on each wing, as you see here. You can set these up either way. I preferably like to do it like this, where you take the smaller black ones. Well, let's do the bigger ones so you can see better. Take the bigger ones and I put it into this peg hole here, because it just makes it look a little bit better. But you can do it on either side. I'll rotate it when I do the other side. I want to flip them on the other way around so you can see the difference really. And you know, you have the two cannons like that. As I said before, I'm going to flip these around just so you can see the little bit of difference between how they look for size wise. But you can do either one. Just peg them right in. And you can also, of course, take the front cannon here and stick it right up there, right underneath the snow cone. And there you have Thundercracker basically armored up. As you can see, as I said here, you can see the difference really between how it looks. This I kind of prefer it this way, because I like the little smaller cannon, and then you got the bigger one basically directly under the middle of the ring. Excuse me, the wing. And on this side, you got it the other way. And see, when you have it this way, like I showed, you know, just a little bit there can knock it, you know, basically turn it around. So, like I said, I prefer it the other way, which I'll flip it around so you can see it full detail. Come off there. They are pegged in really well. That's a good quality about it. And you just slide that in, which that's the main thing. His leg there has come loose a little bit. It's pegged, so it's not a big deal. And stick it in there, and that's basically how he looks. I actually really like the way this looks with that. One other thing you can do, like with Jetfire, you basically can take Jetfire and you have, you know, these peg holes here in the back of them, where you would fold these down and you put the booster pack right there into them. Looks good. Now with Thundercracker, we'll just set Jetfire out of the way. You can do the same. You can actually take Jetfire's booster pack and put it on Thundercracker. You simply do the same thing. Fold his little wings down. You can see these silver pieces here, which are the tabs. You got the little tabs there. You just tab it right in, which is really nice. but they can do that. You can do that with it, and it doesn't look too bad. It really don't. If I can manage, I've already decided that if I can manage to find me another piece like this, or if a third party wants to come out with a piece like this for it, I'm going to get one of these, probably get this painted like black, and then get the blue here, paint that blue, and it will probably look, it's going to look really good on Thundercracker. If you see the full detail there, bring it around. It does look really, really cool. I think it would look really good on Thundercracker, but that's that. I mean, it's something for you to think about if you have Jetfires. An extra one of these for Jetfire, if you want to do that to give Thundercracker here a little bit more firepower or flight power. Let me lay these Jetfire weaponries out of the way for a moment. Now, transformation. We're going to flip these wings back up. It's just like Jetfire. I mean, identical. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to take all of his weaponry off to make it easier, just to show you. And I'm also going to show some other little differences between Thundercracker and Jetfire as well. If you're willing to bear with me, once I get once I get Thundercracker transformed here, I'm also probably going to do a quick transformation of Jetfire, just to show you the differences between them. And I'm gonna go ahead and take these ones off his legs, because you don't have to do this, but it's normally easier for show it on a video. But all right, transformation wise, just like Jetfire, first and foremost, you can see this already kind of pegged. Unpeg here. It's kind of hard to pop them, but if you push down, it pops right out. So you push that out. This is basically his whole under section here. You can then take his nose cone section here. It unpegs and it rotates up. You can I rotate it up about halfway just to get it out of the way. Next step, you can go ahead and pull this section up and around, which is just basically his upper body. I mean, it's just basically Jetfire's transformation in every shape and form. You unpeg his legs, rotate them around right here and here. You'll rotate them up. And then you can, at any point, you can actually go ahead and rotate here at the hip to get it swiveled around. You then, peg these together. So you see there, I didn't have the front section all the way down, which I should really get this pegged together first before I worry about this. And then get the legs here. Great ratchet joints here, by the way, too. Just like with Jetfire, you get them pegged together real easy. Next step, you can go ahead and actually rotate this section up to get it out of the way, to help you rotating these down and straighten them out. Down here at the feet, you will, of course, right here in the back is where basically his feet are. Just rotate these down off the hinge. Same here. Again, just like Jetfire, you can stand them, make sure that's out of the way, stand them up. You'll then unpeg right up here. Whoop, sorry. I didn't get the, reach up here, you'll unpeg the arms and rotate this sections down. Make sure you flip these panels back up on to his back. You'll rotate this up. And you will then rotate these down enough, which I still ain't got down. There. And you see there's got these little pegs right here and right there. They'll peg right into the side, like so. Which what am I doing wrong here? Oh, okay. That's fine. That'll help. I didn't have his other arm down. Also didn't have his chest all the way back. You peg those in, like so. Which I think I'm not getting it. There we go. And as I did so, of course, I unpegged my other side. And I did it again. Come on now. Work with me a little bit, Thundercracker. Right there. And there. That works I'm gonna straighten his arm out some. There we go. Straighten him out a little bit more. That'll help me out. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now then. I still ain't got it. Oh well. It'll be alright. You get the gist. Straighten that out. In the back section here, one last thing you got to do. Of course, you have these. You can't on Jetfire. You can flip these all the way back, which I don't have on camera, and I apologize for that. You can't flip the fins in like so. You have to fold them backwards, flat over the other wings. You then unpeg the back section here, and just rotate it down into place, folding that up into its place too. And there's basically Thundercracker in his robot mode, which I still ain't quite got him straightened out yet. There we go. That's better. Yeah. Okay. Now, again, one of the last thing, I'm going to just real quick here transform Jetfire into his robot mode. It won't take me but just a moment. Hopefully a lot quicker than it did with Thundercracker there. Just doing him kind of quickly here. Just bear with me a moment. Try to do this where you guys can see that really the differences between them, which isn't a whole big lot. Mostly it's the paint, the head, and just a little bit of body sculpt is the real big difference to them. There we go. I got them. Just peg that together. Straighten his wings out. Put this section back. Okay, there we go. And Jetfire's done. And as you can see, Jetfire and of course they stand the same height. They're basically being the same mold. One big difference, of course, between the two, and this is one thing everybody complained about on Jetfire, is these open areas here. These where you got these open sections here, like on his inner thigh and his forearms. Granted, Thundercracker still has them. You know, you still got the same section here, and you do have it on his forearms. But considering Jetfire has the white, you can see it doesn't really stand out as much. Plus, considering once you put, like with Jetfire, you put all his weaponry and stuff on him, you ain't gonna see it. aside from the inside of the thigh, but that's basically one big difference to me. I mean, you can see it, but it's not quite as prominent as it is with Jetfire being the white color scheme. Now, articulation. His head is on a ball joint. It does, or his neck is at least. You turn this around. You can turn that around, and his head does have this little bit of articulation for the neck, which does work. You have, of course, the ratchets here in the forearms. It is kind of hindered because of the wings and stuff going back. You have this bit here in this joint. You have the ratchet here in the elbow. No wrist or anything articulation there. No hip, waist swivel or anything. He does have that. Of course, he can do this with his hip. Has the ratchets here and there. He could swivel. Has the knee ratchet there as well. And also like Jetfire, he has this little bit of pivot on his feet. Other than that, ain't a whole lot of movement to him. Weapon rise. Let's go into the weaponry. Now, you can do a couple of things with his weapons. Let's get the leg weapons back on him. Just like with Jetfire, you just peg his weapons back onto his legs, like so. And so. And it looks pretty good. You can do this. This is one thing that is just like on the wings. It's a vice versa thing. It's your choice. You can take these small blasters, you can put them on his forearms if you like so, and it gives him that little blaster. You can take the bigger null rays, like on the wings, and you can peg it right into the wing just to get it out of the way. Kind of looks weird because you can do it that way or backwards, you know, do it this way. It gives it a little bit more, doesn't give it as much height, but it does kind of hinder if you wanted to pose him that way. His arm, you have to go work around that. But if you want to do it this way, which is the way I like doing it, you can actually peg that there, and you can take the bigger blaster and peg it into his arm, which actually this looks pretty good. At least to me it does, because it works well with the blue. You know, you got the blue like kind of working with the, you know, shoulder here. Kind of doesn't really show it off, but it does look pretty good. One other thing you can do is you can take these smaller ones, and you do have these peg holes right here in the gun here on the leg. You can basically just slide that in there just to get it out of the way, just to give them basically less kibble up here on the arm. It does kind of look kind of awkward, but if you got them displayed and you got other bots in front of it, you ain't gonna really notice that. But it's a good way to do it, to get them out of the way and keep them, you know, basically as storage for them. You can also, of course, get his other blaster missile launcher there, and if you really want to, like with Jetfire's weaponry, you can kind of super mode these out. It does look kind of weird. Again, like with Jetfire's, it does look weird, but you can basically combine them up like so. I mean, you can imagine putting the other ones on here just to show. I mean, but you can still do that. Also, there went the missile. But another thing you can do with this, of course, is just some other idea for these small guns. You can just peg them in here on the side of this as well. You have both of them and have him holding it, you know, like so, just to give him that. And I'm just going to do this just to show. You have a big double blaster with a missile launcher there, and you take this and just peg it into his arm, and it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it really don't at all. Let's get his missile back into his launcher here, so we don't lose it, because we all know how hard it is to keep track of missiles sometimes. But there's Thundercracker in robot form. All in all, not bad at all. I really do dig this guy. A lot of people are still on the fence about him. I was too, and I do like the Jetfire mold. That was the main reason I got this. He's figured, you know, go ahead and take a shot at this. Plus the deal I got from Prime Toys kind of helped a lot too. So I mean, you can go on there again. Go to primetoys.net. You can get if you use the transmissions code transmissionsaugust on there. For this being the month of August, you can get 10% off your order. So it's a great way to, you know, if you want to go pick this guy up, go to there, go use transmissions August, and pick this guy up and get 10% off of your order. But you can go on there and get all your Transformer needs from there. Great website. And if you are asking who Transmission is, I don't promote them enough. Transmissions is a podcast done by a group of 4 guys, great group of guys. You got Yoshi, you got Big C Charlespedia, and you got Jeremy, Yakko, and you got Cybertronian Beast, Daryl on there as well. Great group of guys that talk anything and everything Transformers, from comics to third-party figures to pop culture news. Anything you want to know, basically on the podcast, they talk about. The podcast comes out every Friday, so I'll have a link below to their podcast channel so you can check it out and listen to them. But it's definitely worth listening to, guys. I highly recommend them. But like always, guys, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you will, please like, comment, and share this video. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. Also, I will post links to my Twitter and my email account. Also to my Instagram, where you guys can keep up with me on all over the web. I ask you please to comment below. Let me know what you think on Jetfire, or even, of course, I'm sorry, Thundercracker here. Oh, before I sign out, there's one other thing I meant to mention on this. One thing I really like about Thundercracker here is these exhaust ports here. If you have the iGear version of this guy, I'm not sure of his name. It's a third-party company, but it has that resemblance to it to me, which makes this guy look even better. I really do like the head sculpt on this guy. He looks very, very cool. Very IDW look. But I apologize for being so late on that comment. But once again, guys, please like, comment, and share this video. If you've done so, please subscribe. And follow me on the web. Follow Transmissions. Check out primetoys.net if you want to pick up this guy at a great price. Use the code TRANSMISSIONSAUGUST to get 10% off your order. And this is Dinobot saying thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.